Oh, I'm in my globe. I'm in the snow globe, guys. I'm actually in the snow globe. You know how hard it was to get me in this little ball? Like, it was like super hard. Okay, so if you guys have been doing good, hopefully things have been okay. Hope you didn't miss me or be lost without me. All right, Christmas is almost here on Friday. Like, where did the time go this year? This time, even though we had all that shit going on this year, it's amazing that we went through that year. Actually, it went by pretty quick, right? Okay, so, okay, so there we go. Wow. Where's the day gone? Where has the time gone? Oh, there we go. Get that lit. Oh, what a day, what a day, what a day. Oh, get comfortable. Oh, how's that? Okay. So, I think what I'm going to do from now on is, instead of waiting to do like a live stream with everybody, is I'm just going to start doing the messages as they come in and just do individual, like actual videos for individual people. Because I don't know who they're for. And I always, I always get a little bit nervous when I don't get the information out to the person that needs to receive it. And if I don't end up having to come across this person or persons that is needing that reading or that information, and I don't get it to them, it's okay. And a little for you guys out there. So how many people do that here? And I just feel like doing it late at night. It's like calm, it's quiet. Nobody's, nobody's really around. It's calm, cool, and collected. So I'm going to be working on a dream catcher here this next week. Got the hoop done. But it's going to be black, gold, and white. It's for a friend of mine. And the weirdest thing has been happening when I've been giving. I ended up doing. This has only ever happened twice in the time that I've made them. But I had it happen. The first time it ever happened to me when I made a dream catcher, and but no, it's happened 3 times. There was one where the person actually didn't actually fully receive it, but I was in the process of making it for someone, and it wasn't being put together. It would not stay together. And I had this happen twice to me in the last year. And, when I make my dream catchers, I put all my intent and I do them, when I'm like in a meditative state and my intentions and everything are being put into them. And the first time I ever did it, I gave it to this girl. And she was pregnant. She was going to have a baby. And I said that this is, for your baby, for your, when you have your child, that, you can hang it in his room and it'll be a protector for him. And the minute that she took possession of it and I handed it to her to give it to her, it fell apart. Like the feathers fell off. And I was like, why is that doing that? Like, it's been sitting for like a month and a half, and it's been waiting for its owner or the person that it was meant for, and it fell apart. Had this happen to me the other day, a couple weekends ago. I gave another friend of mine, I gave her a dream catcher, and there was one that stood out particular for her, and I was, looking at them, and so I handed it to her. It fell apart too. And, I really deep connect when I do make my dream catchers, and it just, it doesn't feel good when you go to hand it to someone and it falls apart. So I only make them, I used to make them like spend time making them every day and just creating them one after another. And then I slowed down for a while. And now I'm only creating them when they're requested or the person comes to me asking for one. Um, so that all the energy that I put into it or the intentions or what they're requesting from me, from what they're needing, from my energy to be put into it, it can be put in. And, it's not just for dreams when I make them. Because I don't make that, well, I do make the traditional ones, as you can see. I make the traditional ones. But I also make the ones that lie horizontal. And those ones are non-traditional. Like they take every bit of me to make them. None of my dream catchers will be the same colors, will be the same design, or none of my creations are ever the same. So I had handed this to this girl, and she really, with the struggles that she was facing at the time, and I didn't remember what intentions I had put in at that time or what I was thinking about when I was making it. So maybe the intentions were wrong for her. It wasn't meant for her to have. But it fell apart. And then what happened was she took it, we put it back together, and I smudged it, and I gave it back to her again. It fell apart in her car. She can't find it. It's literally vanished on her. She can't find it anywhere in her car. It just up and it disappeared. And it's like, either it's not being honored for the purpose that it's there for by the person that it was given to, or it's not meant to be given to that person. So and it breaks my heart when that happens, because it's like I don't disrespect my connection with my energies or my guides or anything like that. And it's like, I get some people that I deal with, and they're just so disrespectful. Like, even, and I hate to say it, but I see other readers doing lives, and it's like the respect that you don't have when you're doing your readings, it just makes me sick. And how, so lighthearted you take it, when there's people out here like us that are authentic readers, and we hit it right on the ballpark, and we hit it home every time. We really pride ourselves in the work that we do, and we honor it, and we respect it, and we keep that space and everything open, right, for people. And it's always great when I have my reads come back or my clients come back and they're like, you were spot on. It is exactly what you said it was going to be. And I do that a lot. I have a lot of people coming back and saying, hey, Karen, you've got everything right. Like, if I didn't listen to you, I don't know where I would be. Don't know what I would have done. I don't know what I would have, where I would end up. And it's like, I'm not going to sit here and give you a very, general, basic, non-informative, in-depth reading. When I do my readings, I'm going to give you information that's going to be relevant to you and you only. Not just, a one-off, pick it from the sky, kind of give you the information, hope it works for you. I do my work. I make sure that the messages that are meant for you are meant for you, because I do get a lot that come in. And I had somebody call me out on my shit, and it blew me away because, I did this reading, and I just need to just let this out too, because I have like shit that builds up for me and it doesn't help me before I do a read. So I don't want this kind of, influencing any readings tonight. So I'm just kind of venting it out. But I had done this reading the other day, and I was spot on. I did everything right, and I got the information to a T. Like, there wasn't anything that was spot off. It was spot on all the way. But I was confused because I got two energies that came through, and there was two males, but there was one that was genuine, authentic, and treating her good. But then it was like a light switch flipped, and it was like he just went into a total different version of himself, and it freaked me out. I didn't understand. It didn't make a connection to me. Like, it wasn't connecting to me. But I didn't know that there was actually two males that were involved until after the fact. And so I'm getting called out on my stuff, and I'm like, no, this is the way that it is. This is what's coming through on my cards. Oh, your cards are lying, this lady says. And I'm like, excuse me? She's like, he's not like that. You've got him all wrong. And I said, no, this is what they're showing me, you know. And she's like, no, you don't know what you're doing. You and then had the audacity to come and stand over top of me while I'm doing a reading and look down on my cards. And I was like, excuse me? Like, really? Oh, I'm a reader too, she says. I said, then why are you not doing her reading? You know, she's like, oh, I haven't touched tarot in a long time. I said, you can touch tarot and walk away from it, still come back to it, and still be as good as you were when you left it, if not better. And she wanted to use my cards. And I said, hell no, not that. She was like out of her wits, you know, and I just, no, you don't, you don't do it like that. You know, you keep it honorable. You respect the work that you do, because it's not just, you know, a one-off where you just kind of just play with it. It's not a game. You're talking with people. You're, you know, giving the information to people that do find this useful. They find it very beneficial. And when you're just kind of taking it lightheartedly and just kind of playing with it and just kind of, you know, thinking that it's not a big deal, let me tell you something. People do take this seriously. Even though we have people say it's for entertainment purposes only, there's a lot of people out there that live by and die by the tarot. And, you know, and that's why I will not ever say that it's for entertainment purposes only, because most of the people that come to me, they want the truth. They want to be able to act on something or to be able to be better informed, you know. So I'm just like, I can't handle that. I don't, maybe it's my ego, maybe, I don't know, but I just, you know, I just wish that so many people would just take it seriously and look at it the way that it's supposed to be looked at for the purposes it's supposed to be used. You know, there's a lot of good readers out there, but there's some that are, you know, they just play with it. And it's like, those are the ones that, you know, you got to think twice before you're handing out the information you're giving to these people that are coming to you for guidance and for information. Make sure you got your information right, because I would hate for something to happen to somebody, you know, or something to go wrong, and it kind of coming back to something that you've said or something that you've done or directed them to do, you know. And it's just a word of advice, just speaking from my personal experiences when I've done tarot and listened to other tarot readers and got information on myself from another reader. You know, you have to really be aware of what you're saying and how you're delivering it, and, you know, really knowing what you're doing, because it's, some people take it very seriously, and, you know, you don't want to mislead someone. You don't want to, you know, create chaos in their life, or, you know, some instability in their life. Just some words of advice from a fellow reader. That's all, guys. I just don't want to see it kind of get taken, you know, in the wrong context and it coming back to kind of bite you in the ass. So make sure you're doing it with honor, respect. You know, keep your integrity going. Don't just, you know, one off reading, you know, just to make a dollar, because it's not about money. You know, you're helping someone else, and you need to give them the authentic information that they're requiring. So make sure you're tuning into your guys, do your homework, you know, do the work to keep that connection with your guys and keep it, you know, keep it honorable and respectful. You know, just, you know, it's a disappointment when you see, you know, some of the readers, and they're just out there to make a dollar. You know, I had a client come to me that's now a client of mine, and she expressed to me that she spends an excessive amount of money in a week on readers, and they were telling her about black magic, this and that. She had to pay 1,500, this and that, and this and that. And they took her for a ride. She came to me and, you know, paid my rate for an hour, which was, you know, $60 or whatever it was. And she's like, I wish I would have came to you first, because everything that I delivered, it came exactly how and unfolded the way that it was told to her. And nothing from the other readers came even close to, you know, the context that it was supposed to, that she was seeking. So, you know, not to toot my own horn, but I do authentically give the information you require. So I do make sure that the information is what you need and what you are needing to know. I'm not going to feed you just a pull a, you know, a line out of the hat or anything. It's going to be what you need to hear. You know, it may not make sense at the time, but it will come to fruition for you. So anyways, enough said. So I hope whoever is, doing their readings to kind of just sit back and think about it for a minute, about, the purpose that you're really doing it for, and really take the time to be involved with your guides to get those authentic messages. Because some of those times I sit and watch readers, and it's like, you're not even giving them what they're needing at that moment. And it's like you're not tuning in. And it's a disappointment. It's a real disappointment that, it's not being honored the way that it should be with your guides. Right? So with that said and done, let's get to some readings. Let me see here. So we have 3 people watching. Let me just go. I don't know if anybody's commenting because I have to pull up the comments on my phone here. Give me a second. Oh, see, I can't see the comments. They're not showing up. Why is it not showing up here? See, it's not giving me the chat up here. That really blows. What the hell? See, it's not giving me the comments, guys. Rolene. Oh, my girl. Okay, sorry, guys, but I've just got the comments now. I had to pull them up on my phone. Wow, okay. So we have to give me a sec. I just need to turn this down. We'll just go. I don't want any of this. So I just want you to know that when you come to me, I will do whatever I can to assist, to help you, to give you what you are needing to know. And even if it's not what you need to know, it might be something that is relevant to a situation or a person, place, or thing, or what's really going on. And I generally don't ask for information prior to the reading. But it's like I'm building that puzzle, and I will get to the full picture, and I will complete the puzzle by the time your reading is finished. Jody's known me for, what is it now, 2-3 years now, Jody. You've seen that every single person I've done, I've never, misled or misinformed. And it's, you really got to remember that some people really take this stuff to heart. They really, they take it and they put it into action. So, I really hope that in the future that, these readers that just, really take it and really, honor it, not just, whimsically do it just because, it's a novelty. It's not a novelty. It's really not. I don't take it as a novelty, and people don't understand. I take it very authentically, and I deal with it, and I do it, and I see my heart's hurting now. My heart is just like, I can't. My heart's just tightening up right now. It's like, give me a minute here. It's just the anxiety and stress. My heart's getting pinched. Like, it breaks my heart. It literally takes physical pain on me. Either that or somebody's having a heart attack right now, and I don't like that. Okay. No, Rhea, I don't fuck around when I do my readings. I don't fucking play games. It's not, it's not a game to be played. It's not, when you're dealing with people and other human beings' lives in your hands, and their emotional well-being, their physical well-being, everything, you don't play games. Like, you don't take this as, just a one-off thing. Like, it's not, I just, maybe I'm just more passionate about it than most, but you really have to keep that respect and dignity and that integrity to the purpose you're doing it for, you know. And I see so many people just kind of taking it and just kind of, it's great to go and explore with it and learn it and kind of explore with it. But if you're going to be, active in other people's lives, you really have to, keep that respect and keep that. So, Rolene, you're going through some hard times right now. Okay. Rolene, you're busy losing everything. You and your husband lost your jobs, can't even buy your children something. Wow, okay. Just give me a minute. My heart's like, I'm getting like a pinched lung almost, or a pinched heart. And this is not a good physical sign for someone. Okay, Rihanna. Okay, and the other thing that I want to say is I don't sugarcoat my readings. I sometimes, am not, how do you say, I'm not the most sometimes gentle at delivering the message. But I try to deliver it with, with a bit of, it's whatever they're giving it to me as I deliver it. And Rolene, I know this is going to be, this isn't probably going to be what you want to hear. This isn't going to be something that's going to be, it's not going to be butterflies, rainbows, and sugars and everything. I'm not going to, feed you that glorious love, fucking bliss and abundance and this and that. I'm going to tell you exactly what's going on. First of all, Rolene, the first thing that I'm picking up on you is that you're a very materialistic person. You put a lot of time and energy into having material things in your life. It's about the status for you. You need to feel that everything around you gives you value. It's not you that's giving the world value. You have to have things around you to give you value, or things to kind of create or identify you. And don't get offended, but that's what I'm kind of picking up. First of all, so the minute you start investing in becoming materialistically or attached to things outside yourself, those items will end up being taken from you. Okay, they will not remain in your space because they're there to be looked at as, how do you say, the words that they're saying is kind of like, it's not there to give you, identity or value, or it's not supposed to give you that, I'm rich, or I'm better than you are, or, it's there to be of service. It's not there to be for us personal gain or self gratification. Because I'm getting that this is like a lot of self gratification. You look at things as the value of them that they give you. You're not looking at what you can offer the world. You're looking at how you can take from the world and make it yours. Okay, and that's the wrong way to look at things. So the universe has put kind of it's kind of flipped it on you, and basically said, you didn't honor what we had given you. You didn't respect what was provided to you. You didn't think or work with it appropriately. So now it's dissipating. It's being removed from you because there was no appreciation when it was there. It was just taken, and nothing was really honored with, it was just like you went into autopilot mode and didn't think about the above or anything else. Somebody's having a heart attack. Somebody's having a heart attack. I just heard the beep, 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 of the machines. So this person is already in the hospital. They're already, I don't know. They're not good. So, it's kind of like they're giving you a lesson to learn to be more appreciative in things that you do or that you have in your life. And I think the lesson that you're supposed to learn is that the appreciation just was not shown. That could even be with friendships, people in your life, items that you have come into your life, people, places, and things. That it was just, it was almost like you would look at the world as, I don't know if you came from like a privileged idea or upbringing, but it is. I kind of feel that you just kind of went through life and really didn't have to worry about much in life, so you didn't really respect it or really think twice about having it in the first place. So I would suggest that you really look back at having a little more appreciation in life for the things that you do have, because they're quickly taken from you. You can quickly lose them, and that means. And maybe this is why you came onto the stream tonight, because I was thinking about this earlier, and I was sitting in the light, and all of a sudden I just had this real strong energy come in saying, you really need to appreciate what you have while it's there. Because at any given moment, and maybe it was because we had a lady up here recently that was run over by a vehicle that was driverless, and she died in front of her two kids. Like, you never know. I ended up went out of town on the highway, and there was these two cars that were jockeying, speeding on the highway. One was trying to overtake the other one, and they would switch lanes and just being stupid. And not even 5 minutes later, they were like smashed up on the highway, and they took out two more cars, and it can happen in an instant. And it's just not the way it should be. You're busy losing everything. Stop and look at what you have. Appreciate. Ask for the forgiveness of the universe to say, hey, I'm sorry that I wasn't more aware. I'm sorry I wasn't more attentive. I'm sorry that I wasn't more, on top of, appreciative of the things that I did have when I had them. I think this is your humbling moment that's humbling you. It's making you more of a humble person. I think is what's happening here. It's like keeping up with the Joneses. Why do you want to keep up with the Joneses and be looking that image is more important than, your integrity? It's not about the image that you're portraying. It's not about having the nicest house on the block. It's not about having the biggest car in the driveway or having 2 or 3 cars in the driveway. So I think this is the universe's way of showing you that, learn to to look at the world, through different eyes. Right, be more appreciative of really looking at the things you have, and how quickly they can become, not there. Right? I'm sorry that you're going through this, but I'm kind of hearing that, this is kind of the universe's way to show you that, it's not until it's gone that you are now looking back and saying, oh shit, now what? There was no planning, you were handed everything, you were given all this stuff to be appreciative of, and it was just taken and not really thought about. There was no second thoughts about it. It was just, expectation of having it. It's been temporarily removed. It's not gone, but it's just unaccessible at the moment, if that makes sense. Yeah, there was definitely no appreciation. There was no, looking at, you were always looking further than what was already there. You wanted more and more and more than what you already had. You didn't even, look at or value, or, there wasn't really any connection, or there was a disconnection from what was already given to you. So it's been removed temporarily from your environment. It's like I'm seeing, two different energies here. One part of the universe is saying no and let her have it, and they're at odds with each other, saying no, we're not going to keep giving, because it's just like, it's like a spoiled child. You give it, it doesn't learn anything from having it, doesn't appreciate it from having it. So when it's time to take it away, then they want it. There's got to be a shift in the energy or the thoughts, or the way that you handle things in your present situation. Does that make sense? My hair, look at my hair, it's just like a mess. That's what I'm kind of picking up here. So saying that, it will end up returning to you, but it's humbling you now to be more of a humbling experience to you, to make you more of a humble person. This is a lesson that you are being taught and being shown by the universe. Everything was kind of handed to you, and you didn't have to really work at it, at achieving it. So whether this just be, even your partner, this has caused conflict between you and your partner as well. Let me see how this some cards do. Yeah, there's definitely somebody in this dynamic wasn't appreciative of what they had. I'm not saying that it's specifically you, but there's somewhere in this dynamic where there was, a lot of let's take more, take more, take more. I'm owed this. I deserve this. This is owed to me because for whatever reason. Instead of looking at it as it's been blessed to you, it's been, made available to you. I had another card slipped in here, I think. You guys are really on hard times. Like, you really have, you're really biting the bullet on this one. Really biting the bullet on this. I don't like that. I don't like to see that you guys are going through this hardship. But it's due to the lack of appreciation, lack of, you know, so it's been removed from your. I feel that the both of you and your partner have been at odds prior to this, and I don't think that this is almost like it's like this is the last straw for your guys' situation. It's like it's getting down to more than just losing your jobs. This has been going on for some time between the two of you, and I think this is related to the energy that you guys are creating within this environment that you're in. The vibration that you're sending out between the two of you being at odds, you guys were at one point a very happy, unit, and it's kind of you've become very distant in your relationship. You've become very distant between each other in the dynamic of your relationship. And I don't think you guys are on the same page, to tell you the truth. Your partner and you are on total different ideas of what you want to do or the direction you want to go in. You guys aren't even having a meeting of the minds or anything. You have an idea of how things should be. He has an idea how things should be, and you guys aren't seeing that either way. You want it your way. He's willing to accommodate you to have you, kind of happy. But it's like I feel that you're just taking and taking and taking, and he's just getting tired of giving and giving and giving. To tell you the truth, he may not tell that to you, but that's what I'm seeing. You really need to figure out. This is going to be very hard for you to swallow. This is a hard pill for you to swallow. He's done working hard and slaving his ass off to keep you on your throne. He regrets putting you on that pedestal in the first place. He created a monster. Yeah, I don't. There's a lot more going on here for you guys than just losing your jobs. There's a lot of underlying factors here, my dear. A lot of stuff that has been overlooked or ignored. And it's just you're just touching the surface with this. Like you're not even getting close to what's really going on or even aware of, that things have been problematic for some time now, and this is just the end result of the lack of, awareness that you've kind of just been aloof about with the relationship with your environment, whether that be you or your partner. I don't know which one it is, but there's definitely, there's two different aspects here going on that are not working in harmony or working with partnership um, together. There's not a whole lot of unity in this, but you guys have to come back together before it ends up in, absolutely going your separate ways. And now your child's going to be the one that ends up suffering because you guys were so caught up in each other's ideas and the way that you think things should be, that you've kind of lost sight of even recognizing that little person was part of it or is part of it. You guys are too worried about what's going on between the two of you that this little person down here is watching it all, and you've just tuned that little person out completely over the period that you guys have been dealing with all this. Um, I hate to say it, but that's what is coming through for me. Like whether your partner or you, um, but one of you has basically stopped the gravy train or stopped the direction that this is headed because it was headed out of control. Um, but you guys have to work together. You have to sit down and figure this out and come to a meeting of the minds as to how you're going to fix it and how you're going to get through this. And I think you're going to see that things are going to flip around and going to switch when you start working as a unit or a team to create a better environment and better energy within your household or your environment, because the energy that you have currently flowing in there is not balancing each other. It's creating a lot of chaos in your home. A lot of denial going on here. Okay, so you need to flip that energy and let down your ego a bit. Don't It's not all about how you want things done, and if they're not going your way, throwing a fit, tantrums, whatever it is that you feel that you should be doing, stop. It's not benefiting you. It's not creating any good energy within your dynamic or your environment at all by being self-absorbed or self-centered. There's people outside this that are being affected that don't even register for you or your partner, one of the two. See, I'm kind of feeling, now looking at these cards and the way that they're kind of coming through now, you know, I'm feeling that maybe it might even be your partner, whoever is the opposite of the person that is kind of keeping everything, kind of wanting to stay grounded and keeping everything kind of contained. It's the other person that's living frivolously and just like, in no moderation at all. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't even want to go any further. That's getting a little bit too deep. There's too much. There's way too much going on there that is not benefiting. Oh, I wish this would stop. Oh, you know what? I forgot to. I forgot to share this to my page. That's why there's nobody here. Because I haven't been putting it to my I gotta share it to my page. Okay. Why didn't it share? Hang on a minute. Yes, I can. Is it on? Oh, I don't know why it's not doing this. Hang on. I always have such a hard time being able to share this to my page. It's such a pain. It's not allowing me to share this. Why? I don't know. Oh, you know what? Why it's doing this? Hang on, you guys. Oh, this is why it's not. Okay. That's why it's not sharing to my page. Hang on. And I'm looking, going, why is there not a lot of people here? I had it set for friends only. It wasn't public. So give me a minute here. Let me fix this. I'm wondering, why is there nobody here? Why is there nobody here? Okay, so let me get this shared out again and give me a minute. Now maybe it will work. Oh, okay. I had to. There we go. Sorry, guys. I ended up sharing that, and it was like, there's nobody coming. Like, what the hell? Okay, so now it's being shared. Okay, I have to fix this. Give me a sec. Hang on a second. Because I was just wondering why it wasn't sharing. Okay. So let's do this again. Let's try doing this again. Just give me a sec here. Now maybe we'll get it right here. Okay, there we go. Now it's okay, now maybe it'll work. There we go. Now we've got people coming. Sorry guys, I had the settings all wrong. I was like, oh my god. Oh Lord, I had it all wrong. There we go. Okay. So yeah. We are here. I'm here. Now the people are coming in because I had the settings set for only friends, so it was only being viewed by my friends or people that knew of my private profile. Oh boy, guys, sorry about that. Sorry. Where are my cards? Okay. Now we really made a mess of everything here. Really made a mess of things here. There we go. Hang on. Turn you around. Wow, there's a lot to say, a lot to get done. Oh. Alexa, play Native American music. Alexa, play Native American meditation music. Alexa, open Spotify. Alexa, Native American music playlist. Native American Meditations Radio from Spotify. There we go. Woo, there we go. Okay, now everybody's coming. Sorry, guys. I have been like sitting here wondering why is there only a few people here. You guys missed the whole ranch and everything. That's okay. Still having that pain, you guys. Like, what the hell's going on here? I'm not sitting funny. No, I got a really bad pain in the heart. That was really weird. Hey, y'all. Ria. Rila. Sure, you can read him. Hi, Annette. How are you doing? Daisy Cruz, how are you? Okay, let's get her done, guys. Let's get her done. Okay. Hey, Jasmine, how are you doing? I'm alive and well. I'm still here. I've been off, and my ankle has been screwed. My ankle's been screwed for like the last month. I think I've done something to it. It's not getting any better, guys. Not getting any better. It's good to see all you guys too. Annette, yes, you can. I don't have a piece of paper. Give me one sec here. Let me grab a piece of paper. I need some paper here. Hang on one sec. All right, here I come. Okay, so I got my paper, got my pen. Do I need any other cards? We'll bring these ones over, I guess. We'll bring some more cards. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay. Oh my goodness. Okay. So we have. Oh, well, welcome, Daisy. I'm in my snow globe. I made it. I don't know how I'm gonna get out of it, but we're gonna figure it out after. So we'll put Rila, and then Annette. For anybody that's new, you guys missed the whole talking about why is that happening? It's like my lung is being pinched. So we'll put who else here? Annette. Then Daisy Cruz asked. Oh, Jasmine asked. Jasmine. Oh. Jasmine. And then Daisy. Okay, so we have a spammer here, guys. This is a spammer, so, don't even waste your time with him. He's getting blocked. So he's been blocked. Okay, so we've got, he's been blocked, you guys. Got rid of him. So this is one of the spammers. We just block them and then we just move on our merry old way here. Okay, so we're gonna do, yeah, you guys just put them on your block list. Like, just click on it and then say block that member. Otherwise, they'll be spamming your inbox and everything, and it's just a pain in the ass. They won't go away until you actually get rid of them. Those are the ones that I was talking about earlier that just think it's a game and it's, just to make a quick buck or whatever. I was talking about it earlier when I first started the stream. They're just in it to, think that they have a gift or something, and then they just give you whatever they want to give you. And I was saying how, there's people out here that actually take this stuff and they take it to heart, they use it, and they actually act on it. And when you have people like this thinking it's a big joke and just kind of just throwing it out there because they want to ride on the coattails of an authentic reader, they can't do anywhere near what I can do. And I'm not tooting my own horn, but I know my value and I know what I can do, and I know that I am able to do this and give the accurate information. I don't have to worry about people like that. But it is, it's unfortunate that they don't, instead of being a spammer, come and talk to me and say, hey, how can I make myself better? How can I become more like you and be an authentic reader? Then, instead of, but they have to do this. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, doesn't serve me any purpose, so I just get rid of them, right? So we'll get rid of them. Rila. Okay, so Rila, you're reading. Okay. My foot's bugging me, so I have to put it up a bit here. Okay, so I am going to. I hope that she didn't get offended by that, but unfortunately that's a sad state of affairs. Unfortunately, that she's going through, and I really feel for her. But I can't let it get personal or get emotionally attached to that kind of energy or that kind of situations. But it's due to the lack of neglect on their part as to whether they're going through these situations is what I felt, and that's kind of what I was picking up for her. But anyways, it's unfortunate that she's going through this humbling experience. It's now being given to her for her to look at life in a different view or a different direction, different avenue, because whatever way she's kind of taking it all in, she's literally taking it and not giving anything in return back. She's just it's just coming in. Did you really, Jody? You joined a dating site? I never guessed that you would do that. I never see you as doing that. That's crazy, girl. Just be careful though, okay? Alright, so Rila, so Hopes and Dreams is coming out for you, or maybe you've been spending some time thinking or rethinking your hopes and dreams. Are you thinking about maybe a partnership with someone, or is there somebody that has been coming to mind lately that you've been maybe having second thoughts about? Okay. Girl, you really want to go back to this situation. You want to have this, to reignite this this relationship with this person. Because I'm getting these two cards are this is not a connection that you currently have, but it's something that you want to revisit. Oh my God, girl. Oh my God. You really have it hard for this person. You really have an intimate, very deep connection with this person that you're currently not in a relationship with, but he is being represented here, and it's something that you've reconsidered or maybe rethinking, that you might want to revisit. You've had second thoughts on, or you've kind of come to your senses about this person and about what you had when you had it. So maybe that message was for a general, for everybody, being appreciative of what you have when you have it, and taking care of it, and looking after what you have, and not just kind of just one-offing it and just think that it's replaceable, or that it's gonna kind of be there forever if it's not looked after. So I'm wondering, Rila, I wonder if that wasn't just a general message for a lot of people out there that are going through some very difficult times right now. Are you kicking yourself in the ass about this, Ria? Um, Wondering if, because I'm getting the question that's popping into my head. You're wondering if it's too late. Like you're wondering if you lost your chance at this love. So let's pull some cards and find out what's going on here for you. Because I feel like it's you that wants to come back to it, but you're questioning if they're still feeling the same way. Has this person? Oh man. Okay, if I could show you all the cards. So this is really where your mind frame has been. This is what you really have been spending a lot of time focusing on, is that whole idea of the hope and dream, and where you want to be, the direction that you kind of been putting it focus on. And they were well situated, but they're not, they may not have been at the time. Like this is kind of like saying that, this really wasn't the energy that they were in. So I'm wondering if they've made an adjustment in their life where they've kind of moved up in the idea of a partner, or they're more stable than they were maybe in the past. Because they aren't really representing to me that they were really, in their in the direction that they needed to be at the time. So they weren't really in alignment to have a relationship, or they weren't available. I don't know if they've really shifted in that energy, or this may be with the way that you saw them in the past, and you've been having thoughts about maybe returning because maybe you feel guilt, or you feel ashamed that you left them kind of high and dry when they really could have needed you the most. So maybe you're having second thoughts, or you've kind of stopping yourself and seeing and recognizing maybe that it um, wasn't a fair um, way to go about things with this person, or this person was very comfortable in the way that you were with them, being that things were too comfortable for them. They didn't really have any reason to really pump up the jam, to say, you know what I mean. um where is your heart lying with this? Is this something that is this more basing your wanting to revisit this? Is this out of wanting to get closure, or you're wanting to really revisit it? Because I'm seeing that you're kind of like torn between that of revisiting, and kind of you want to kind of put it out of your mindset. Like you want to know if it's really worth going back to, or it's really opening up that can again for you. Or if it's you're opening it up to get closure from it so you can move away from it. Because I do have the Lovers card here. Like you guys really had a connection going. So what is the end all be all game plan for this? You want to, if they're doing and they're more stable and they're moving in a better direction, then you'll make yourself available to them, is what you're kind of thinking? Or you're thinking that, oh, for closure, okay. Well, then you should definitely, reach out, get in contact with them, and get that closure, because, you might have to revisit this to get that closure, because I don't feel that, their whole dynamic has really changed all that much, or there's been a lot of kind of upswing movement for them. Um, I don't really see a lot of, you know, um, shift in their energy or anything. I see them kind of still on the same path that they're on. So if you're wanting to do that, then you have every right to go and do it. You have every right to ask for that. Um, whether that be in an actual physical connection with this person, to actually walk up to them and say, "I need closure on this because of this." Um, you can actually just write a letter, pretend you send it to him, and then just close it out. You don't actually physically have to go up to him and say, "Oh, I need closure." It's kind of like, I don't think that that would be a benefit to either one of you. Feel that he would take more of offense to it. That he would be, why are you coming back into my life just to kind of toy with my emotions and bring up stuff that I've kind of let go of myself and kind of worked away from. So it's like, if you can do this more on a personal level, like write a letter and just kind of put your emotions and thoughts on it, and you can choose to send it to him or not send it and just burn it, just get the whole emotional part over with. um oh my god, oh my goodness, because I think that you're going to end up, you open up this can, you're going to call him back in, you're going to end up calling him back, and he's going to come in like a knight in shining armor energy. He's going to come back fast and prompt and quick with, like he's going to come back. Whether that has been that shift that is happening, because we do have the harmony card popping up here as well. So maybe he's recognized that he's kind of looking at where he didn't contribute or wasn't kind of invested in the relationship, and it's kind of given him a wake up call too, though. Because I'm seeing the Lovers card, and then I'm seeing the Knight in Shining Armor after. Then I'm seeing the Harmony card. Then I'm seeing that he's even possibly tried to make contact with you, or has sent out kind of the call to you energetically or emotionally, whatever it may be, trying to connect with you, and you've kind of shut it down right away, or you haven't interacted with him in return, um, or responded or gave him the time of day. So I'm kind of feeling that maybe you want to just kind of sit down and rethink that idea of you know um, how to approach this, because I don't think it's going to be well received. I don't think it's going to be taken very um, with a lot of agreement, or a lot of energy of walking away. I think it's going to be, oh, now you want to come to me and ask for the diff or the closure, but I've been trying to reach out to you, and you just kind of have been kind of throwing me to the sideline, and saying no, and I'm like there to deal with it, like let's get it done with. um, so I don't know if this is underlying fear, or that you weren't prepared or you weren't ready to deal with it at the time, and he doesn't understand, or you haven't made that clear to him. Um, so it's kind of being perceived on his end as being ignored, or rejected, or not really respected in that kind of sense, for him to be able to have his closure done as well. It was kind of like you just kind of walked away, and nothing more was said about it. Um, so he may come rushing back. He may come back and be like, "Yeah, let's get this done. Let's deal with this and get it over with." To bring that that balance and that harmony back into your life, because I think this is kind of creating an influx in your energy between the two of you, and it's he's tossing his energy and his frustration towards you, and you're tossing it back at him energetically, not realizing that you're doing or influencing his energy that way. Um, so it's like you get upset, you have thoughts, you have memories that it really upset you about the whole time that you were together, and it's being deflected to him, and it's interacting with him, and it's causing him upheaval and chaos. It's like you're taking a knife and kind of sticking it to him. And he's doing the same, though. He's kind of getting frustrated that he's not being heard, and maybe that was a lot to do with what your relationship was like, though, that you know really didn't have the time for each other, or really saw each other for them, or really saw them in the relationship. um, you just kind of went with the flow with the relationship. because I feel that they have, I don't know, because I'm also seeing that you, while you were in the relationship, you reached out to them. You were always kind of at them to do things and be, checked in. And they just kind of like, I'm going to do my thing. And really, but then I see it flip flop and I see it kind of going both ways. Um, so it's like you guys were like doing this dance together. Like seriously, you guys were doing a dance. You still are. Um, okay, I gotta move that because that's just going right into my face. Um, you want him to kind of reach out to you though. You want him to literally be your knight in shining armor. You still have. You're wanting him to come to you. You want him to chase you. You want him to kind of seek the forgiveness from you. If that makes sense. Here, I'll move this over a little bit. Oh, wrong way. Um, you're wanting him to find you. He wants to be the runner. You want to be the runner. And you're both running in opposite directions. Like he's running this way, you're running that way, and you're like, why is he not coming this way? Why is he running the opposite direction? Like what? Um, huh, really? You still have feelings for this person a lot, don't you? You have unresolved, unrequited love, maybe. Oh my goodness, you guys. And you can't find him. Mm, yeah, see, you did reach out. He's not responding. But then there's um I'm not getting like a very good vibration from this. I'm not getting a very high energy vibration from this. Um, I don't know if I'm even want to say this. I don't feel his energy. I'm not saying I don't feel him like a physical presence. Um, like that connection that you have with people. Like I feel that he's really distanced himself and really cut off, connection with people, whether he's shut down his energy or has disengaged himself from the entanglement that you guys had. Um, But I'm wondering if he doesn't really understand like this whole connection stuff. That he doesn't know how to build that connection and reinforce the connection between the two of you. Because I am getting the Ace of Cups, a new love. But I don't know if that was him being the knight in shining armor and he ended up rescuing someone else, a damsel in distress, and has got a new relationship going on. And he's just kind of checked out and doing his own thing. Because I'm not feeling like that strong, like reinforced energy connection between the two of you. I think he's kind of walked away from that connection and not really, invested a lot of time in it. Alyssa, this is sorry guys, I forgot to put this here. Sorry, I don't know that. Hang on. Oh, hang on, where is it now? I gotta switch this. Hang on one sec. Give me one sec here. So I don't think that he's kind of sat and really reinforced it or spent much time having, thoughts about it or kind of checked into that, plugged back into the connection. I feel that he's gone in a different direction. I feel that he's not really losing sleep over it. He's not really, having much to do with it or, spending any time kind of revisiting. He's kind of moved on from it and accepted it for what it is and how it is. Yeah, I'm not feeling that he's really losing any sleep over it, to be honest with you. I feel that he has that kind of energy that he would come at beck and call for anybody. That he's that type of person. That he is like he's a knight in shining armor, and he was really he wasn't really seen in that kind of context though. But now it's like he's found a new love, a new he's planting better intentions. He's really thinking it through and really investing in it. I feel that he's kind of got his closure without having to, come and seek it from you on a physical sense. I think he's found that, that space and healing that he's done. He's kind of stepped out of it and he's not really, not saying that he's totally checked out, but he's not, revisiting the memories. He's not going down memory lane with it. I feel like he's taken the memories, he's kind of put them away and put them into storage. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you, the question that you're wanting to know from the beginning, like I was saying, is I don't think he's going to come towards you. I think he's moved on. He's not going to be your. I don't feel that he's coming back to be your Romeo in the Juliet story. I think that or Sleeping Beauty, he's not going to be the prince that comes running back to awaken you from your slumber. He's not the type of energy that I feel is going to return in the sense of it's like I gave you that shot. I only give one shot. You didn't want it when it was there, so why would I want to reinvest or return for it to happen to me a second time? You know what I mean, Ria? That's unfortunate. I don't like, having to be a bearer of bad news, but I would just, write your letter to him, whatever you need to say emotionally to get that emotion out, or those thoughts and memories to kind of start fading. Put it on paper, if you choose to send it to him, or just keep it until you ever run into him. Maybe you turn 70 and you run into him on the street, kind of thing. You can give it to him then, but I don't really see him, coming in to the state of. But he's weak at that. He's weak at being the knight in shining armor. Every time, he sees a damsel in distress, he's there. So if that's how you want to bring him in or have him come back, then he's kind of serving a purpose, manipulating it to get the outcome to happen in your way. That's your option. Or you can just write the letter, just leave it be. Allow him to go his way, you go your way. Or you revisit it, see if there's something that you can repair and reignite the relationship. Those are the options that you have, that you can think about. Because the end result he wants to have is the harmony. He wants to have that, a really healthy relationship. He wants to have a good relationship. He wants to be a father. He wants to have, goals and dreams and things and activity, being active, having a very active partnership. And, even though there's going to be struggles and everything, they're not hard struggles. And I think he's learning to understand that. He's learning, that the value of a relationship is deeper than, what you can see on the surface. There's a lot of, activity on his part, but as far as the connection, it's kind of like, yeah, he has thoughts about you, but it's not like an everyday kind of, front of the brain thought. It's kind of like, if he thinks about you, it's kind of like a wandering moment. But you never know. He could come around, but I've got the Chariot here as well, which means that there's not a lot of movement happening, or coming through pertaining to this whole connection. There's not a lot of forward movement happening. It's kind of like dead in the water. But if you were to become a damsel in distress, or something was to happen, or a situation was to arise, then he would be there in a New York minute for you, right? So, let's pray nothing happens to you, that he would have to be called in that way, because I don't feel that would be a good way to have him return. You want a person to come in on their own free will, not because they're kind of directed to. So there's a couple different things that could be happening here. So he's either, found a new relationship and he's moved on, or he's, kind of taken those emotions and kind of dealt with them and let them go. Or he's found a newfound sense of value to a relationship. He's had like kind of an aha moment happen. There's a lot of different things that could be going on for him, but because I don't have his permission to enter his energy, I'm kind of just picking at the surface on him without going too deep, without interrupting or influencing his energy at all. He seems like he's more goal oriented. Like he really is trying to put forth good intentions and good direction. He's trying to plant those seeds to get things happening for himself. He's starting to maybe grow up a little bit and really focusing on what he wants to achieve and where he wants to go. He's getting that sense of wanting to build that foundation now, that security in life, having that stable foundation that he wants to build. He's starting to look at that direction a little bit more, being a father, having the harmony in the family unit, even though there's going to be struggles and situations that may come up, he's willing to take them on. So if I have to do what I did for another client here just recently, if I can influence this without having it, interfere with too much free will. Okay. Let me pull some more cards. Let me see. Let me get rid of these ones. I want to start with a fresh canvas here and see what is going to unfold with these options that we see in front of us. I want to see what directions these options will take us in. If she was to return, if she was to call him in, how would this unfold? What would be the best recourse for this to come to fruition for real? Let's see what my guides have to say. Let them kind of come through here and say what is the best outcome or viewpoint. Okay, that's good. So far, so good. He's definitely becoming more aware. Let's see. Definitely becoming more aware. He doesn't have his head kind of looking down at his feet. He's kind of paying more attention to what's going on up here. He's starting to be more involved or more receptive to his environment. There's a lot of chaos. You feel trapped. There's some hiding going on here. Something's being hidden emotionally or mentally or physically that hasn't been revealed yet. Or that's being kept sacred. You're keeping it very sacred and very, you're very connected to it. Like you cherish it. You're very attached to whatever this emotion or experience or memory is. You're very attached to it. Like the whole experience, possibly you could be attached to very, like it's like you're safeguarding it, if you know what I mean. But you're safeguarding it. I don't know why you're safeguarding it. What is it that you're wanting or feeling that you need to safeguard this experience? Like almost like lock it up in a vault, almost energy. Does that make sense? That's an understatement. What part was an understatement? It's like your world has been crushed though by this whole experience. It's like, like I look at the high priestess right now and I see the moon at her feet. Like it's like the moon fell out of the sky. It's like this is how extreme it's gotten. Like it's just like even the moon is just, it can't even hang no more. You know what I mean? Like it's just everything just kind of come crashing down. However that relates to you, like it's like everything's just kind of not where it's supposed to be. If that makes sense. Maybe the illusion is now yeah, because like when I look at the high priestess here, like I look at her and she feels disheartened, and like her whole world just kind of is Like the moon should be in the sky, and it's not. Like why would like you know what I'm trying to say? Like metaphorically speaking, like your whole world was like glorious, and then it's like what you thought it to be was all a lie, and everything is just kind of. It was like everything was. It was like you were on a stage, and it was just a prop, and it was just, everything just kind of felt like you're like a movie, like it was being created. It was like being performed. It was, you know what I mean? Like it just felt like it was a performance, and now the stage is over and everything is done, and it's like the theater is empty. There's nobody there. You know what I mean? Like the show must go on, but the show's already over. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Because I feel like you're just like, I just can't get the moon back up where it belongs, where it should be, where I know it's supposed to be. It's here. Like the whole illusion of life is just kind of like it's like everything just is not. It's the illusion is now disillusioned. Like you're totally disillusioned by it all. It's not, it's not an illusion to you anymore. It's there's how it all works behind the scenes. It's like, the day that you found out that, a movie was created and you had all these cameras in different positions, and it was like it took all the funness out of that movie or that storyline. You know what I mean? Because there was so much backstories going on that, once you know the way the magician pulls the rabbit out of the hat, or the trick of the rabbit in the hat, it's not as magical or grandiose. You know what I mean? It's like it doesn't have any luster to it anymore. Like it didn't have that wow or that poof, like wow. It didn't have any wow factor to it after that. If that makes sense. It's like it's like you wish you could go back to that, but you can't return to that. Once that door's been open, it's hard to reclose it again to go back to the way things used to be. It's very difficult to perceive it in that context. Do you know what I mean? Like it's very hard to have that belief system or that kind of understanding of things, how things work. Maybe it's from our own need to have discovery, and sometimes we have to stop ourselves before we go too deep to find out stuff that we really shouldn't really need to know. It kind of ruins the surprise of a surprise birthday party. If you know that somebody comes and tells you, oh, we're gonna have a surprise party, and then you get there and everybody's so surprised and you're like, yeah, I already knew. You know what I mean? It's like you know what I mean? It becomes very dull, if that makes sense. Girl, I don't know how to fix this for you. I don't know how to bring back the wow factor. Do you know what I mean? There's the wow factor's gone. It's not the way that you thought it would be, and the story just seems so artificially created. There's no sense of. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of disheartened, disillusioned, and I feel you're kind of sitting there with your head hung low, and you're just in dismay about everything that you thought was real is just been all a show. You know what I mean? That's disheartening. That's that's like knock you out of the knees disheartening. Um, hmm. Well, girl, let me pull from the other card here. Let me pull some cards from the other deck here. I want to bring something up. I want to bring this vibration up a little bit. We need something to give this, breathe life back into Rila. We need to breathe some life back into you, girl, because you're like deflated. You're just like, poof. You've got a slow leak going on there, and you can't pump it back up. It's just like you got to patch that hole that you got. You got to fix this hole that you've, accidentally punctured yourself into. I need to fix the hole. How can we seal this hole and bring back the life and the luster and the magic to life for you? How can we do that? Oh, all of it? Really? They just gave me every single card possibly in the deck. So it's like, you want me to read every single card? Okay, well, we could do that, but I think we'd be here all night. So let's just get a few cards, please, Spirit. Surrender to the divine, it says. Allow them to drive the bus now. Surrender your surrender that needing control of everything and allowing it to kind of flow again. Find that flow, find that direction, and kind of hit cruise control for a little while and step back for a minute. Yeah, hang on a second, Kara. Oh, wow, welcome, Kara. I'm in Canada, so I'm a long ways away. So it's time to kind of step back and close the curtain now. We don't need to know any more of the background stories. We have to go back on into the theater and watch from the perspective that we're supposed to see it from. It needs to be viewed here. We don't need to know what's going on or how they're getting this around or that around. Sometimes the best way to do that is not knowing or having that, not needing to know. We don't need to know everything, and just kind of stepping back and saying, I don't want to know. Maybe it's best that you don't know. Because it just kills it. You know what I mean? Just let me live in my little bubble or whatever, Hi, and yeah, I'm almost done here. So surrender to the divine. Allow them to take the bus. Let them take the show over again. Just give it all to them and say, whatever you want me to do, bring it back and let's try this again. Let's do a take two. You know what I mean? Let them do their job. Let them be there. Let them do what they're supposed to do. Don't try to direct it. Don't be the director in that play that, you have to know everything on how they make it work. I do the same thing. I'm guilty of that. I want to know how the universe works. I want to know every detail. I gotta have, that foundation. I have to have that knowledge and that logic and that sense of knowing that everything is this way and that it's okay. Sometimes it's not good that way. Sometimes I get myself into deep water that way too, right? So I would just kind of step back from it, stop being so, in it, get away from being knee deep in it and just let it be. If it's meant for you to be there, then it's meant for you to be there. If it's not meant for you to be there, you'll know. But, trying to get it to be that way. It's time to kind of step back and say, okay, I'll let you, take over because I'm not very good at, getting my own life and creating this and making it, a Broadway star show. I'm just, kind of step back, but just step away from wanting to be, in that production so much. Take a break from it. It's getting too personal for you. It's getting too, it's getting too personal for you. Uh, you're investing way too much. You're getting too involved in the chaos. You don't need to be that involved. It's taking away from the experience. You know what I mean? Realize that you're not in control of everything except from this area that is around you. You have control of everything else. Beyond that is out of your control. You have no control over it. And the day that you sit back and you say, I am no longer in control of all of that, I'm only in control of this, your world becomes a little bit smaller, but it becomes a lot more manageable and it becomes a lot less stress. You're not beating yourself up. And my partner told me this so many years ago. And when I started doing that and following that rule and realizing that I'm only in control of what I can reach and what I can touch, my world became so simple and so easy to manage. I'm only in control of my own space. It's the saying that he tells me. And I have to check myself every once in a while. I'm only in control of my own space. And life becomes so much more simpler living, so easy to manage. You don't have to have so much worry, stress about how this is going to get done, how that's going to get done. Why is this way and why is that way? You let go of a lot of freaking heavy weight off your shoulders. You don't have to worry about how the neighbor's dog is going to get walked the next day, or if they're even taking them out for a pee, or, you just don't even think about it. It's like, fuck, I don't need to worry about that shit. That's got nothing relevant to me. And I don't have to bring that into my space because it's not relevant to me. I don't have to worry about it. You know what I mean? So let go of all the unnecessary needing to have part of the experience because you might miss something. Let go of it, because if it's meant for you to have, it'll come into your experience and it will come to you to have it. Don't go having to look for it. It'll find you. Like, I'm going to call you Dorothy for a minute here. Dorothy, it's all in your backyard. You didn't have to go anywhere to find it. It was always right there, right where you were. You don't have to go looking over the rainbow to find it. Because what you'll find out that you'll be chasing that rainbow forever because it's just going to keep moving and moving further away from you. You'll never catch it. You know what I mean? So, Dorothy, stop chasing the rainbow. It's unachievable. It's unrealistic. It's not going to be attainable. Enjoy what you get to see. Enjoy the beauty of it while it's there. Don't, worry about having to physically go up and touch it to validate it. Not everything has to be validated. Validate what you feel is necessary to validate to ease your mind. But sometimes that stuff that you don't need, who the fuck cares? Excuse my French. But who the fuck gives a damn about it? It's still gonna fucking be there, whether you interact with it or not. It's somebody else's experience. Somebody else can pick it up. Let somebody else go and run down that track and win the marathon. Or you run down the track and win the marathon if that's something that you want to experience. Choosing your life experiences is up to you. I don't know. I just feel that you're chasing that rainbow and Dorothy, it's always been right where you are. You've never had to go anywhere to find it. It's always been right here. You know what I mean? I think the Wizard of Oz movie is such a different perspective. It gives you such a a check of reality. I don't know. But just the connotation that they create that stuff and how movies used to be created back in the days when it used to talk more about, living through your own experience instead of now the stuff they make just doesn't make sense. It's just it doesn't make sense to me. It just how can they think that shit up and then it happened? You know, that's a whole nother video. We won't even go there. That's a rabbit hole that I've been down way too many times. I've been down so many rabbit holes. It's like, you know, they all look the same. But it gives you something to think about, and you know, you kind of ponder it for a bit, and then you kind of let it go. And it's like, well, if I need to know that, then I'll know that, you know. And then it comes to fruition, and it's like, what the hell? Okay, well, at least I knew that it was coming. Whether you act on it or what you do with it, you know, is totally your call. How you want to interact with it or have the experiences. At the end of the day, it's still up to you. It's not me telling you to do it. It's you make the decision of where you want to go. You know, if I tell you that you're going to wake up and you go right, left, right, and you do that and you don't end up where you want to go, how disappointed are you going to be? You're going to be like, well, what the fuck am I doing here? You know what I mean? So, you know, still do whatever you're going to do. Do the path that you want to do. Make the decisions that feel right to you. You know, you're okay. Things are going to work out, you know. I do see that, you know, he is, you know, kind of coming into his own meeting of his own mind, I guess you would say, or the realization of him as a being, and you know, that he is, you know, able to have these amazing things happen. It's, you know, it's like a glorified moment when you have that experience, and it just like the light bulb pops on, and it's like the whole world just, it's like a whole world just kind of glosses over it, and a whole fucking new one just like lands in front of you. You know, you got this whole new stage scene, and it's like plop, and there you go. You got a whole new canvas and everything to work on. It's an amazing experience, and to get to do that repetitively and just, you know, redo it, revamp it, restyle it. You know, it's great. I love it. Because I get tired of sitting in the same thing now. I can't do repetitive, same old, same old, same old. I don't do it. I can't do it. I do something different. Gotta have different things happening. Things gotta come and go. Whereas before I would just stay in that, you know, that picture would stay the same picture because it was a picture. Nothing would change on the picture, and that's what I felt most comfortable in. Now it's like, get rid of the picture, let's get a new frame. You know, let's make a new picture, a version. See, my readings end up going so long for people. It goes longer and longer and longer. And it's like, wow, whatever comes in, it comes in. Okay, so next is Annette. Annette, what was your question? I'll try to keep these a little bit more simpler, but sometimes I get carried away and keep going and allow too much information to come in at one time. It's what you need to hear, and I don't know if it confuses or makes it more complicated or complex for people, but you're gonna have to figure it out. Thank you, Daisy. I appreciate it. Okay, so Annette, Jasmine, and Daisy, and we're gonna put you on the list, Kara. I guess we can put you on. If you guys are welcome to make donations, support the cause. It all goes back into buying cards and sage and all that stuff for the readings and stuff. So it's non-profit here. I don't get to profit off of it. It just goes back into more stuff. Lucy or Lucas. Hi. Lucas, you can ask a question. Sure, if it's a quick question. Certainly. Just sit back and enjoy the ride for a little while. Take a breather. Just don't worry. You're welcome. Always welcome, my girl. You know, you need to hear what you need to hear, and that's the way that it goes. I don't know if I left you more confused or if I helped you kind of think it through a little easier and kind of put everything more organized and give you a bit more organized thought process, or what. Be great to know if it helped you, or if it may give you more things to think about and stresses you out, or let me know what you think, right? Because I don't want to overwhelm you at the same time. I don't want you to be too overwhelmed, but at the same point, it's like I want to give it to you all to kind of figure it out and take it in and absorb it on your own level and at your own pace if you want. You know what I mean? So, Annette, are you still here? Miss Annette? I'm going to pull you one more card. You left. Oh, there we go. You got two more. So the first card says, oh, can't read this. The energy is gaining momentum was the first one. And you are good enough is the two oracle cards that you got for you. So hopefully those two cards helped you as well. We'll get to Annette now. And then it's Annette, Jasmine, Daisy, and Kara. Okay, so I don't know, somebody was thinking here. So whoever was thinking just now and had a question in mind, show the world the real you. Oh, maybe that's for you too, Rila. Show the world the real you. I like my snow globe though. My snow globe's pretty cute. I really appreciate the feedback, Daisy. That's really nice of you to say. Thank you so much. All right, so Annette's not here. If Annette comes back, just let her know that I called her name and that I will get back to her. I'll leave her on the list and I'll moving on to Jasmine. You don't know if you should trust it or not. His true intentions? Chris's true intentions. Chris's true intentions. What's going on with Chris? You don't know if you should trust him. Okay. Well, first off, Jasmine, where is this feeling of not trusting coming from? Is it because you are looking at him through the eyes of your last boyfriend or last experience that you had not worked in good faith? And so that's kind of, you're allowing that to be projected onto this situation? Or has there been something that has come up with him that has caused you to kind of step back and a red flag has popped up that you're ignoring or not wanting to see because you don't want to see him in that light, but it's waving its flag in front of you? It's from the past experiences with him. So he's giving you a reason to not trust him. So you're wanting to just kind of glaze over the idea of, him and his past endeavors or whatever he's done. But has he done anything to shift that energy or change those behaviors where you should be able to give him that trust is the question. Right? Has his behavior modified or changed to be able to allow yourself to re-enter your energy and invest in that and be able to give that forgiveness? Or has it been a, you know what I mean? I feel that you want to be able to just be able to accommodate him, but you're sacrificing your own level of Okay. See, and that's what we're gonna figure out. We're gonna try to figure this out together. Because that's what I'm feeling is I feel that you're kind of like you're unsure. Your insecurities are outweighing, what you're seeing, and it's tainting it to say, like it's putting that perception. It's like that false thing just pops up, and it's like, nope, you can't think that. So it's like taking control of those thoughts and um, giving the benefit of the doubt and releasing that, you know, um, allowing yourself to feel and not be so guarded. If he's doing things to keep you and work with you, why do you want to question that, right? So you have to find a way to reprogram your thought process and the ideas that you have surrounding this. So we have to sit down and figure out how to undo that hard wiring that has happened from all these experiences that you've had happen. We have to undo and unplug those connections that you keep, that have been so ingrained in you. We have to undo it now. You know what I mean? So we have to unplug everything and reconnect it in a different format, right? Um, we got to do some programming. Um, that would be something that we could work on together. It's not something that we would be able to fix overnight, but we can give you something to kind of start the process. What I want you to do for the next week is I want you to start unplugging those thoughts. Okay, so when they pop in, just say, nope, I'm not going to allow you space in my head to be here. And you shut it out. Stop it right away, right? Um, find something that you can counteract. If you're having a thought saying, well, oh, he's doing this, or you have this thought come in, and you're it's like takes you back to a moment and that he's done something, and then you're kind of like going, well, I wonder if he's doing it again. So it's your mind kind of leading you and trying to plug that back in. It's like it wants you to plug it back in because it needs that. It wants that. It doesn't know where to go, so you have to kind of step back and say, okay, we're going to find a different plug to plug that into, or we're going to find a way to keep that unplugged and reinforce the behavior that he's currently doing and replace it with, well, he used to do this, but now he's doing this. So now it's time to take that old plug out and say, change the bulb and put the new bulb in and say, no, this is how it's doing now. This is what he does now. And reinforcing that thought or that experience or that behavior that he's doing, to bring it back into a better light. So whenever you're having a negative thought come up about him, unplug that and say, nope, we got time to change the light bulb, got to change that bulb, got to put a new one in, and then whatever experience that he was now doing that is more favorable and more positive in light, put that light bulb in or that thought. You know what I mean? Does that mean, you have to unscrew that one light bulb that's kind of like wonky and flickering because it's not connecting properly, it's not doing any good, and put in a one that's new and fresh and going to offer you the light that you need to see. You know what I mean? Does that does that make sense? Hi, Alicia. How are you doing? You know what I mean? So you gotta deprogram. You gotta let go of that those ideologies that have been reinforced by the behaviors that he used to do, and reinvent it and replace it with the altered version that he's now performing. It's like you're not going to go and put an old brake set on your car because they're worn out. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to be good. And you put a new set on. So you put something new in replacement of that. So that's what you have to do. You have to, each time you have something that's not working or connecting or functioning in a good manner, you have to replace it with something that is in a good, functioning, healthy manner. Are you okay? Give me a minute, Alicia. I'll put your name on the list and we will see what we can do for you tonight as well. You're alive? That's good. I'm glad you're here. Hang out with us for a while. We'll bring your spirits up and we'll get to you and we'll get you something that, you can nibble on and, mentally and give you some direction and focus. We'll make sure you get something tonight. Okay? Just got to hang in there because we've got people that are on the line and there is a lineup. There's a few people in front of you, so you just got to hang in there a little bit longer for us. But, you can sit and chit-chat in the chat with other people that are in the room. Everybody's here. We are a social group. We don't, we welcome everybody to come and hang out and just chill, And there might be something that comes up and, in somebody else's that might be helpful to you in the meantime, that you might be able to say, oh, I needed that as well. There's always going to be something that you can gain from being on the live stream with us. So hang out with us, enjoy, relax. Don't go anywhere. Just can relax now. Just kind of plant your ass and enjoy the show. You don't have to go anywhere. Okay. So Daisy, you're next. And then we've got Kara, then Alicia, and Anna, and Iva. I'll put your name on the list. Yanali. Is it Yanali? Yanali. Avia. I would say, don't fully let your guard down. Just keep a. Not saying that you can't trust him, but don't, just don't go, running back into traffic when you know that you're going to get something possibly could hurt you. You know what I mean? Like don't go running butt naked or go streaking. Put some clothes on before you go running outside. Don't forget to put your pants on. Just be prepared and be aware of what's going on around you. Don't kind of be aloof about it and be naive. Just be more, on point with how he's saying things. And if they don't kind of jive with you, ask questions. You're allowed to ask questions. If things aren't kind of making sense to you, then ask them. Call them out and say, hey, listen, this isn't making sense to me. I need to have this kind of make sense to me for me to get past it, because this is now the result of this is the aftermath now that we have to go through because of what has happened in the past. We have to go through this now to get past everything that has already gone on. So we have to take a detour, to get back on track, right? So ask the questions, do the things that you do. If things don't kind of sit well with you, or he's doing something that kind of seems out of character, call him out on it. Be more active and more, proactive about getting things back on track and doing things and understanding things. If there's something that's not kind of sitting well, say, hey, I need to know for my own sense of well-being, not yours or anybody else's, but for my own sense of well-being, I need to better understand this so that it makes sense to me in a logical sense, in rational sense, so I'm not going, all stir crazy and letting my mind get away with me. I need to keep it in check, and you're going to help me do that by giving me the answers to these questions to be able to calm my own self and my own thoughts down, right? Okay, she's getting blocked. These are all people that are just going to scam you out of your money. They're going to tell you that you have black magic attached to you. They're going to tell you that somebody's doing voodoo on you, and they're going to make you pay millions of dollars and thousands of dollars and all this bullshit. They're useless. They're thinking they're big voodoo doctors and all this. No, it's a waste of your money, guys, listening to those ones. So Daisy, your question was, she's been blocked. I blocked her. She's been blocked. So Daisy, let me just go back up to your comment here. I saw it. Hey, I'm just looking for a general love reading. Anything that may come to you. Okay. So Jasmine, if that's what gives you a sense of, calmness and everything, and it kind of keeps it in check, then do those steps. Take the extra, one or two steps to the side before you just kind of go running, back out there and saying, okay, just kind of, learn to walk again, do that little bit of therapy before you get running again. It's like you don't go screaming down the street and go run a marathon if you just had, back surgery or something. You know what I mean? Like, do the little steps to get you kind of moving again. And, you're kind of doing a little bit of sidestep. You're not, going smack dab right into it and just let's go and take off. Do the little bit of, extra step and the extra therapy that you're requiring yourself to do, and take it slow. Don't go zipping back in and say, oh yeah, I can handle this. And then it's like, oh, now you got to pump the brakes again. And it's like, whoa, I went too fast. Now you're going out of control again. You know what I mean? Take it slow. Don't be jumping in the car, in a sports car, think you can drive it and just step on the gas and think you're going to be able to maintain that car. It's not going to be easy to control. So take your time, take it slow. You're not a professional race car driver, so don't be race car driving your life, kind of thing. But don't be overcautious that you're blocking or slowing everything down. Just kind of take it at your pace and what feels comfortable to you, and then that's the outcome that he has to kind of deal with now to kind of help you if he's willing to be in that arrangement with you or that relationship with you. He has to now come and meet you on your terms because of his actions. It's kind of like, this is the outcome that you get to have. This is the payment that you are now having to pay for having to be foolish in your actions and decisions that kind of cause this kind of to go veer off course. This is kind of the results of the outcome of the behaviors or actions that you've kind of done for yourself on this relationship. So he has to be held accountable. You have to be held accountable for whatever screw ups you make, and everybody needs to be accountable in their relationships to each other, and respect it. So, all right, Jasmine. Hey, Daisy, love reading for you, darling. Okay, so let's see what's coming up. Oh, let's see what's going on for Daisy. Daisy. So if you guys want to be able to jump the line so you don't have to wait for a reading, you can make a donation. I'll put the link up here for you guys if you want to make a donation to jump the queue. You won't have to stand and wait, for 20 minutes for me talking to one person doing their reading. You can jump the queue and just be like, okay, I want to be next. And, just make the $7 donation and you're going to automatically jump the queue and guarantee that you will get your reading. Okay, so let's see what's going on for you, my darling. Daisy. Daisy. Okay, let me get back to my chat here. You're welcome, Jasmine. So let's see what is going on for Daisy here. Okay. Stagnation going on in your relationship, is there, Daisy? Okay, I'm going to put main comments here. Are you feeling like, is there kind of some moments where you feel like you're kind of kind of scratching your head, or pause moments is what I like to call them, where you're kind of finding yourself pausing, and not kind of wanting to go with the flow. Or you've been feeling that you want to kind of make everything kind of come to a stall, like a halt. You just don't want it to go any further. You want to kind of figure out what's going on and figure out where things are, to be kind of know the game plan right now. Because I feel like you're kind of like stepping out of it and going, no, I don't really want to kind of go in that direction quite yet, because I don't know what's going to bring me there or what is going to happen when I get there. There's nothing leading up to telling me anything about that. So I'm going to kind of like, I don't know if I want to do that. Okay, so you kind of have hit a wall. So this could be in relation to maybe you're not really wanting to kind of jump full into that energy. You're kind of like, well, I don't know if I really want to go there again. But another party is like, yeah, let's do it. So you're kind of like, well, I don't know. Didn't have such a good time last time, so I think I might just kind of, not really want to jump into that right now. It's kind of like what I'm feeling. Like your last experience kind of made it kind of not so tasteful. It's like, eating squid or calamari for the first time and it's chewy. It's like, no, I don't think I'll have that again, because it wasn't such a good experience last time. So you're kind of like, well, but if I have to, then I will. You know what I mean? If that's all there is, then you'll take it. You know what I mean? That's the kind of energy that I'm feeling with you. But you're kind of like, oh, I don't know. I don't really want to eat that because I didn't like it the last time. Or somebody that doesn't like sushi and they're kind of like brought to a sushi bar and they're like, oh man, do I really have to go there again? I didn't have such a good feeling last time I ate here. I got food poisoning, things didn't kind of go so well. Bad taste in the mouth. It left a really bad taste in my mouth. You know what I mean? That's what I'm feeling with you. You need to step out of your own way and, try a different restaurant. Get a different flavor. Try a different flavor. Try a different cuisine. It's not all sushi restaurants out there. You don't have to keep going back to a sushi restaurant. Open up the variety cage and, be a little more open to endless possibilities of 59 flavors instead of just the vanilla, that grandma buys to go to grandma's house and all you get is vanilla ice cream all summer long. But you go to Baskin Robbins, you got like 64 flavors to choose from, and you're like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? And you grab a spoon and taste them all. That's me. Grandma's house? Nah, we don't want to go to grandma's house. We don't want to do vanilla ice cream. The same thing over again. Get really boring. Oh, let's put a little fudge on top. Okay, it's still vanilla ice cream. You know what I mean? Like, my grandma was famous for that. Okay, well, let's put some caramel one on this time. It's caramel sundae. Grandma, it's still vanilla ice cream underneath. It's still vanilla ice cream underneath. No, but it's got caramel sauce on top now. Let's put some nuts on it. My grandma would always like to just kind of cover up it's like spraying air freshener on a fart. The fart's still there. You can still smell it. It just smells more florally. You know what I mean? That's what I feel that you're kind of like going in. You're kind of like, well, if I just kind of throw the blanket over top of that, I won't see it. So it won't seem so bad. You know what I mean? It's just the shit that comes into my head, or the messages that come in, and the concept, that you're kind of, you don't really want it, do you? You're just kind of like, yeah, I think I'll find a different restaurant to eat in from now on. At that one, No, ain't no that no no, we're not staying there. No. You need to find yourself a new hobby. A new adventure or a new destination. Because Hawaii just isn't cutting it no more. So now it's time to go to Acapulco, or get out of the Acapulco thing and do the Bahamas now. Like go totally somewhere else. Like spin the globe and put your finger somewhere and say that's where I'm going next. Bring some variety in. Because the way that things were going before, it's like, yeah, you know, that's the girl that wears the yellow dress whenever I see her. I just saw her yesterday wearing a yellow dress. Didn't look the same dress, but it was yellow. You know what I mean? You're still wearing a yellow dress. No, but it's not. It's this. Look at this one. It's different, but it's still a yellow dress. No, it's not. It's not. Not. No, it's not. You know. Yes, it is still a yellow dress. Okay. Here's a red dress. Try it on. No, this one is different. No, it's still a yellow dress. You get what I mean? Okay. You need some variety, girl. You need to go out and try different flavors of people, places, things. You never know what you might find in those. You know, they say that those restaurants that are kind of like holes in the wall have the best food. I'll tell you, they do. Okay, learn from experience on that one. The mom and pop shop restaurants, best food ever. Those big corporate ones, like, nah, they don't have the flavor or mouth watering like home cooked meal, mom and pop. Okay. But for you want something that's kind of flashy and really good and it's got some wow, then go to the fancy restaurant, pay that $95 for that steak. Because it's still a steak. It's just got a $95 price tag. You could take that steak, say, pack that in a doggy bag, take it home, throw some barbecue sauce on, throw it on the grill, and make it taste better than you did at the restaurant. You know what I mean? So you got to put your own kind of flavoring on this or that. We're having a this day on a that day. That's what my girlfriend or one of my clients phones me and says, "You're having a this day on a that day." Okay, so this applies to this day for you. You're going to have a that day on a this day and a this day on a that day. So now you have to flip what you normally would do with the opposite of what you would do. Okay, that's what I want you to do for the next month. So you normally go out with blonde hair guys. You're gonna go only and see brunette guys or dark hair guys. You aren't gonna see any blondes. That's it. Blonde is off your diet, okay? Because it's not a healthy food for you. It doesn't work for you. It's something that you can't have on your diet. You know what I mean? Blonde is off the menu for you. You have to pick something else that's not available. We're sold out. Okay? So now you gotta pick something else from the menu and give it a try. Try it. Try something different. If you normally dated strictly white guys, go out and go out with a guy that's African or that's East Indian or that's Mexican and say and don't you don't like tacos? You're gonna like tacos because you're going out to have Mexican food. You're having Mexican. So you better enjoy it. Make the most of it. You know what I mean? Okay. That's what I want to see for you. Let's see about relationship from the card. Let's see what the cards have to correlate because it's you're scared to step out now. You're like, no, all I know is that there's seafood out there and sushi is all I know. I don't know that there's anything else because I haven't had anything else. You know what I mean? I haven't tasted anything but sushi in my life. That's all I know. It's like, it's like my cat eating the same goddamn food every day for the last 4 years of her life. Gotta give her some wet food and some treats in there, or she would just go like nuts, I'm sure. Because if I ate craft dinner every day for 4 years. Oh man, that would be heaven to have a steak or something. It would just be like, you know what I mean? You gotta little. You don't have the same thing every day. It gets boring. But if you find one flavor that you do like, dress it up a bit. You know, you can take it and dress it up. You can throw a little of this over there and a little bit of that over there, and bring a little of this over here. You know, redecorate a little. You know, like my grandma used to do, throw some caramel sauce on it. You know, but I would always still see that it was vanilla ice cream. I was looking at the additional flavor. You know, you can have fun with it. You know, it's like dressing up my cat, or, you know, people that dress up their dogs and put them in clothes. Hello, they have a fucking coat on already. Like, what do you need to put some more clothes on them? They have fur to keep them warm. Where's the logic in that? So I'm gonna go and put my cat in clothes when he's already got like a coat of fur on him. Okay, I'm gonna do that because it's something new. No, I don't think I would do that. I wouldn't torment my cat that way. I wouldn't put him in that misery. He'd be so confused. My cat would be like, what the fuck is wrong with this lady, man? She's, you know, but then you never know. He might like it. He might like wearing a tutu. You never know. He might enjoy it. And so what I see for you is I see victory for you. And, you know, it's like taking the time now to kind of put it out there, what you really want, kind of say, hey, universe, I want to have a brunette on the week 24, and I want to have a blonde on week 27, and I want to have a redhead the weekend of the 27 into the 28th. You know, it's time to start putting your order in, like order ahead of time so that you get the meal that you want, you know, to your specifications, not just what they have on the menu. You custom make it, and you say, I want a rare steak, but I want gravy with it and mushrooms. No onions. I hold the onions, but maybe a little bit more garlic. Custom make that shit. Like, seriously, customize that order. Because you've been spending too much time eating just barbecue sauce on that steak. That's just, there's so much more you can add to it. Did you know that? You'll have a steak. Girl, you gotta go barbecuing with me. Seriously. We could sit down and have like steak and chicken. Oh, damn. Yeah. I love me some good grilled chicken. Oh, on the barbecue. Tandoori chicken is the best. I don't know if you guys can get it down there, but we have these shops up here that have East Indian marinated chicken. It's tandoori chicken. You barbecue that shit up with wings or anything. You make it yourself. God damn, that stuff. That's the only chicken that I eat. When I do eat chicken on the grill, that's the only chicken. I don't eat just plain chicken no more with barbecue sauce. That's nothing. It's not the same. Yeah, so you get your 4-course meal. It's time to go out for that 4-course meal. Like, don't sit around and just have oatmeal. It's time to go out and have a little bit of, you know, wine, maybe some shrimp cocktails, a little this, a little bit of that, you know. But you are time to get out and start fucking doing something. Get out there and enjoy, party, celebrate, have fun. And look, you're planting it. You're planting your intentions. You're wanting to have something. You're planning. You're doing something. You're being active. You're procreating, or not procreating. That's making baby procreating. You're proactively creating. That's what I want to say, not procreating. But that'll come later. But you're proactively in your creating what you really want to have to come in. You know what I mean? Zabrina Bennett, can you tell if a missing person is in a certain area or not? Where he has passed, but he hasn't been found. Zabrina, are you in Canada? Are you in any correlation with the young gentleman that was that went hiking on his own. But the body hasn't been recovered yet. And he's been missing now for, just from what I know from the news, I think it's been almost a month and a half. You're in the United States. Okay. Okay, so you don't, George Valdos, a family. Georgia Valdos. So you're seeking information on a female or a male? Oh, you're welcome, Daisy. I have a good time on my stream. I can be like, I'm like a ball. I'm all over. Young black, late 20s. Um, Give me a minute, please. Give me 1 minute. Um, is there um is there somebody that okay, I just saw your comment, and I he's talking to someone. There's somebody involved that he talked to, and I just saw your comment when I'm looking at this and I can see him. It's like there's a wall, but it's just like they're looking through glass and they're like communicating. He's communicating to this person over here, and they're very intent at listening, but he's not getting the message through. He's not pushing that. Ooh, I just got shivers. Holy shit. My whole body. Um, oh wow. Okay. He's not able to communicate through her. He's not being able to pass the message. Okay. He's trying to find somebody that he can get this message to, and he's coming very strong to me. He's very overbearing, and I'm not letting him into my energy because he's not doing it respectfully. He's just like putting himself on me, and I don't work that way. I do not allow people just to like come up on me and be like, bam. Don't do that. That just mm-mm. um there is urgency surrounding him. There's a lot of sorry, I'm just doing this quickly, you guys, because it came in really fast. He's relaxed now, he's backed off. but there is a sense of urgency with him. He's got a message to give, but he doesn't want to just give it to anybody. It has to come from a specific person, or for this person, whoever is receiving this message, for them to understand it or to be able to kind of bring it. Like he's like, I have to have it done a certain way. Like there has to be somebody that can do the exact thing that I'm doing, and so that they're mirroring identical to what I'm doing, and they have it like down to a forte. Like they're everything is like lights are going on now. It's like okay. Um, that can do the like a Pictionary kind of thing where you're replaying everything that he's doing to a T. Like you can't misstep the message in any such way, or the person will check out. They won't even hear it, if that makes sense. Um, my hands are very cold. He's holding my hands right now. Um, okay, I will do what I can do, but you need to work with me. You can't overbear me. Okay, so now he's got my hands and he's holding them. This person is very, very close to him. Like this is something that she is not going to accept. She doesn't want to accept or even want to understand. She doesn't want to even experience this. She's too freaked out by it. She won't be receptive to it. She will not be open to this communication at all. This is not something that is going to be easily um, received from her. She's going to freak. She's going to be like, no, 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 there's no fucking way. No, I'm not having anything. She thinks that it's evil. She thinks that it's dark, that it's not that. She's not educated. She needs to be educated in it. And that's why he's coming to me, is because I can sit and explain it, that it's going to make sense to her that, okay, I know. Okay, slow down. Okay, slow. Now, the thing is, the person that he wants to have communication with is very dear to him. I don't know if it's a wife, a girlfriend, or somebody that he was very intimate with that he wants to be able to communicate with, but she's not open to this. No, she doesn't want anything to do with that kind of um, communicating with spirits, communicating with ghosts, communicating with anything that is not perceivable by her own eyes. You see, my eyes are really dark now. That's weird. My eyes weren't this dark earlier. And I'm wearing my normal glasses. Like my eyes just went really dark. Um, hey Vanessa, he's asking me to come in and be the medium to bring it through. Because I am a gentle person, I have a way of delivering and helping people to understand what we're dealing with, how we deal with it, what is the purpose of it, how to interact with it safely, how to acknowledge it, how to accept it, to bring it into, you know, the space that you can have that connection continue. Um, no, she's not awake. This person is not awake. This person is not, wants nothing, absolutely nothing to do with that aspect or that world or perception or um experience it. She doesn't want it. She doesn't want anything to do with it. She's fearful of it. She's very fearful. She's been led to believe to be fearful of it. She's been misguided. She's been misinformed. She's not wanting to have anything to do with it. It's been given to her, whether she has these strong religious beliefs or not, but her convictions are outweighing, the benefits of having this communication with him. And it's going to take some time. It's going to take somebody that can deal with it, that can assist. That's why you came to me. That's why he was brought to me, and that's why he was so overbearing. It was like he grabbed me from behind and went and hugged me like, "Oh my God, I found you." My name is well known on the other side. I know that now because I have so many that come through. But it's like he basically came up from behind, jumped on my back, hugged me, and it was like, holy shit, because I don't know if you saw it at the beginning. I was like, holy fuck. You know what I mean? He came from behind and caught me off guard. That's weird. That is so bizarre. I'd say it's an honor to be able to have that respect though. And I do it with respect. Wow, that's cool. Um, Unfortunately, he's not going to make himself available to people. He is going to make himself available only to certain people that have his best interests and that will protect his energy. Um, and me, as being a medium, I will protect that energy. I will be his advocate. I will stand beside him and protect him from being um, mistreated or um, pressured into um, being called upon. Um, Sabrina, he doesn't want to be found. He doesn't want anybody to be he's not ready to reveal the information. He's not prepared for emotionally for himself. He's not. No, he's backing away now. He's stepping back. Like he's like, no, you're not. No. He's not. He won't shut the connection down with me. I know that. I can tell you right now, he won't. He won't. He will still communicate with me, but he will shut his connection down with anybody that tries to locate him on a spiritual base. He will avoid you. He will go into like almost like a stealth mode where you will not be able to locate him. He does not want you seeking him. He will seek whoever he feels necessarily drawn to, that he feels safe, that he feels comfortable with, that will respect and honor his space. Now, he will not just be available to any medium that you so choose to use, unfortunately. She wants to know where your body is located. I'm seeing like a crossroads. You showed me like a crossroads. There's a marker of some sort. The marker is some sort of there's some sort of marker there. There's a marker. There's something to identify. If this makes sense to you in any such way, let me know. But there's something to be able to identify that area that you know that he can find a way to be able to trust you with the information that he gives you. It's his way of giving me this to give to you to be able to kind of go, okay, I understand. I, respecting the space, the connection between, I'm the medium, I'm the middle person that's giving you this. He's showing me to tell you, to pass it on to you. But there's a marker or there's kind of something about he just showed me a quick glance of like there's something that's either hanging on a fence or like a wire. It's a piece of clothing or material, and the one it's shredded, it's kind of torn. It's on a, I don't know if it's a wire fence you're showing me. He's testing me right now to give you the information. He's giving me pieces so that he's filtering out everything because he doesn't want it to come out, because when I do my mediumship, everything just kind of flows in. Whatever flows in, I say. And so I have to filter out information that he's filtered to me. He's showing me a young person's face, a young child, almost maybe 9, maybe 10 years old, has longer hair, kind of feathered. He's like very close to this person. Like the person he's seeing, I don't know if he's seeing through his eyes or whoever is, like they're like right here on him. Like the face that he's showing me is like this person is right here, like so close to this person, like it makes me uncomfortable how close they are, like in energy, like just wow. It's just like I wave my hand there and it's like weird. It's just bizarre. It's like, whew, it's paper thin. How close that person is to that child. Um, and there's somebody that is rifling through pockets of a jacket. There's the jacket that belonged to someone. They're going through it to find something that they're searching for something, and they're searching for. They're not going to find it there. They're not going to find it. They're looking too hard. They're looking way too hard. They're looking for clues, and there were no clues left behind. There's nothing that was left behind that will point them in any direction. They're grabbing at straws. They're not looking or thinking about it in a way that's going to be benefit to them. They're grabbing at straws. They're trying to grasp at anything to get it to kind of take shape or take form, and he's not. Going to be a part of that. He's not going to be a part of that creation of something out of a false, a false storyline might be being created, or a false, it's like a false backstory on this whole situation is trying to be created, and people are trying to figure it out, and there's nothing to figure out. He says there's nothing that you guys need to figure out. um Hang on. um There's something to do with the face here. Like there's something to do with this side of the face. It's like I'm feeling his face. But there's something along here. I'm not quite sure what you're trying to show me here. But it's like feel, feel, feel. And I don't know what he's trying to show me there. Yeah, Raid and Jill, you can go to help. Yeah, there's something that he keeps going like this and pushing my hand to feel, but I don't know what I'm supposed to be feeling. Like it's like feel. Can you feel that? Can you feel that? Is what I mean. I'm not feeling anything. Like I don't know what I'm supposed to be feeling here. I don't know what I'm supposed to be feeling there. Like it was weird. It was like I was like inside him, and he's like, feel this, and I don't know what I'm supposed to be feeling. I feel Spook Bridge. Like what is there? There's something. Okay, this is like intense. See, he's lost his way of being able to communicate it through. Like it's like he doesn't even know. Wow, okay. It's like he doesn't even know what happened. Like he's lost. It was flipped for him so quickly that he doesn't even know where it is. He's lost. He can't find it. He can't even find his body. He doesn't know where his own body is. He's like, feel this. Can you feel that? He's wanting me to feel him because he can't feel himself. Like he's not. It's not him. He's very shaken by this not being what he's used to. He's trying to accept the fact that he's where he is. He's scared. He's distraught. He's very shaken by this experience. Oh, hang on. Let me see. It was like, yeah, it was kind of goldy brown. It was almost like a beige almost. It was kind of drooped over or hanging kind of. It was more like a goldy brown, tan, dirty. I don't know if it's dirty or it's like a brown, sandy brown, like a sand brown look to it. It's like he can't get back there. He doesn't know how to get back there. He doesn't know how he ended up where he was. It's like he's missing a piece of. He's lost something on the way. When he shifted, he's lost. He left something behind. Um, it's like he got like a bit of amnesia when he transported. Like when he shifted over. He's kind of like, I don't understand how I am here. He's a little bit distraught over that concept. Hang on. Okay, so Sabrina's trying to help as well. She's in the States. I don't know if you know her or oh Lord, this is overwhelming. This is taking a lot. This is draining me. I mean, I'm gonna use whatever energy I have for the last little bit here, but it's sucking dry. There's like a light. I want to say like an old barn. I feel like there's an old barn and there's like one of those old lights that are metal and there's a light on the top peak. It's run down. It's not something that is used on a regular basis. It's almost abandoned. And I feel that I'm seeing him lying on the ground in this tall like grass that's probably this high, like wheat or like tall overgrown grass. And it's like he's laying down there and he's found himself, but he's trying to lay in himself and he can't lay in, he can't get back in, and he's distressing about that. He's panicking. He's got to stop. You got to stop. You got to stop. Stop. You can't go back. It's like, look, I can't get back in. I can't put myself back. It's like he's missing time. He's missing time from where he got taken from and where he ended up passing from. Like there's a whole gap of time that's missing for him. There's a whole, and then there's tall trees to the left of me that I'm seeing. There's a road that goes out front of me. And I'm seeing like the trees are here, but it kind of opens up to a grass field on the right, on the left hand side. There's a bit of a grass field here. There's a fence that runs along parallel to the road. The road kind of goes straight, but it kind of curves a little bit. There's a tree short distance up on the right hand side that's kind of on its own. Okay, I'm cold. Okay, slow down. Oh, I'm really cold. Oh, this is cold. Okay. I'm not seeing a bridge anywhere. I'm seeing like a lot of shrubbery, a lot of it's almost like marshland, like marshy kind of forest. Like it's not your, okay, hang on, wait. It's like marsh area. There's reeds, there's like what they call cattails. They've got those little brown tops and they're kind of blowing. There's a lot of them. People go and ride horses there. There's people that go on trail riding there. There's people that ride their horses around there. Okay, you're going to Eugene. Okay, I don't know. These are all people that are just these spammers. He's stepping back from you. He doesn't trust you. He's not trusting you. No, he's not trusting you. No. I see a lot of green energy around you. There's like a green haze. He's showing me like a really green haze around you. He doesn't like that green energy that's around you. Whoever the green energy or what the green energy is that's surrounding you, he doesn't feel comfortable with it. So whatever that is a representation to your bodies. You also have animals around you that he doesn't like. You're showing him somebody different than what you truly are. It's like you were wearing a sheet and that you popped your head through the hole and it wasn't. It's not who you are. It's not, you're not being who you are. You're hiding behind energy or energies and you're using them for the purpose of trying to communicate. And he doesn't like that. Step away from those energies. Don't use other energies to get to him. He doesn't like that. Just be you and show the real you. Because the person that he's seeing when he pulled that sheet off you is not anything of who you are portraying yourself to be. You're not being truthful. That's why he stepped back. Yeah, Sabrina, I'm going to leave it at that because I'm not going to force him into, forcing him to have to say anything. He has the right to step back if he chooses to. But I just want to say to you from another reader and healer to you, don't step into other energy to get a result that you're seeking. Do not manipulate energy. Do not use other energies or entities or anything of that nature when you're doing this kind of work. You have to stand in your own energy and your own power. Do not put on a mask. Do not put on a version of yourself because you think that will draw them near you, right? I'm just saying from what I'm seeing and how it was shown to me. Don't use anything. Just be you. Just show you, like as if you were standing naked in front of a mirror. You don't need to put anything on top to draw energies or entities to you. You will end up catching, as the saying goes, you will catch more flies with honey than you will with vinegar. Okay? Just some friendly words of advice. You need to create a better connection with guides, with that realm. You need to, spend some time there on, not just for the basis of doing the work, but you need to spend time there on a personal level so that they get to know you and see how you operate, because they don't, I don't want to say they don't work with you, but they kind of shy away from your energy. Because you're very demanding. You're very demanding of them. You're demanding that they do this for you, and you do nothing in return for them. You don't spend any time kind of understanding them or even walking in that realm very often. You just go there when you have to, just because you need to. They're not there to be at your beck and call, is what they said. And that's probably why you're having a hard time doing it, right? Just slow it down a little. Don't be such a, don't be so in a rush. Get to know that realm, get to understand it, get them to show you that realm. You'll have a lot better, more healthier connections in the future. But you really need to spend the time with your ability if you want to progress with it, because you're not going to progress with it if you do it the way that you're doing. They will leave you hanging every time. They will turn their back on you completely. And I get stuck in the middle, and it's like I have to pass the messages. I don't like being the middleman. I don't like to be the person that's, I have to go fire somebody or whatever, you know what I mean? I don't like being that, deliverer of bad news, or have to deliver the message that, the higher ups want to be delivered, you know what I mean? Okay. So I gave you some time. I have to get back to the people that actually were on the list. I only did that because of the urgency that I was getting from his side. So I was respecting his need to communicate whatever he wanted to say or get out there. But I do have to get back to the people that were on the list before you just decide to, take over my live stream. Okay? So hopefully they're still here and they haven't left. So Kara or Daisy, I don't know who I was on at the time that this got jacked. Before she came and hijacked our live stream. That's another thing. Don't do that in the future. Just some words of advice. Don't hijack somebody's live stream like that with your energy. I only did it as a favor to the energy and to the to the side that I work with. Okay. So Kara, let me just kind of. Okay. No, he knows he can always come to me. He's got that. He's got that respect with me. He understands. So when he feels that he wants to come through, he will come through. I'm not forcing him to do anything or forcing him to have to tell you anything. Sorry, I won't do that. It's not how it goes. So Kara, is man trying to tell me something? Oh, I did yours, Daisy. I got so like, my whole energy just got hijacked, right? Like taken right away from me there. Let me just kind of like get back here. Wow. Um. Okay. Kara. Oh shit. Oh, now coming back to myself is just—it's like I just got separated from my whole body, just kind of like taken from here and just kind of pulled right out. Uh, trying to assimilate now again is really, I hate that feeling. It's very bizarre. So Karen, what was your question? Your mama. Okay. Your mom. Oh. Okay. Let me see here. I gotta do another medium shit. I'm tired. My hip hurts. Oh, my hip hurts. Oh, did your mom have a hip problem? Oh shit. Okay. Did your mom have a hip problem? Like, did she have her hip replaced or have difficulties in her right hip? Because that fucking hurt. Um, that just came on real strong. That was bizarre. Um, oh, I'm tired. I can't create this connection. Why? I'm so tired. I've depleted my fuel cells. I'm like burnt out. I'm like a candle burnt right out. Oh, my light. Oh, okay. Okay. Um, that fucking thing was fucking hell for her because it's giving me fucking hell. I'm like sitting here and I'm like fucking sitting here now, and my leg has to be straight for me to sit here now. That was hell for her. That was absolute hell. Like, oh man, that's hell. Holy shit, that's hell. Yeah, no, she didn't. You know, didn't like that. Um, no, she's like, nope, not me. It's not me doing it. Um, yeah, she's not really saying too much. She's kind of like, no, I have, I know if I need to say something that you would know if I was saying it to you. Um, like she's like, why are you asking when you know that I would make damn sure that if I wanted you to know something, that I would make sure that you heard me or knew that I was there in one way or another. Oh, Sabrina, yeah. Here, if you look on the screen right below here, over here, right below readings by donation, you'll see my PayPal link. It says paypal.me, Mystic Shaman 333. That's my PayPal link that you can send it to if you have. But your mom's not saying anything. She's not, there's not anything that she needs to, get off her chest or anything. She's like, But if I had to, she'd be like, you know me better than that. You would know I would, get my point across to you if I had anything of dire straits to tell you. Boyfriend wise, no. Um, Oh man. Okay, you can like release my energy from there. Okay, I gotta disconnect from there because I can't sit straight. And boyfriend wise, hang on a sec. Let me do something here. Let me see if it'll work. Give me a sec here. Oh, hang on. See if I can. Give me one sec here, guys. I'm gonna see if I can get my spirit box to open up here and work. It's been giving me problems here. Give me 1 second. Just give me a minute. Oh, give me 1 sec, guys. I gotta fix this. I gotta get my spirit box working. I have to change my antivirus always freaking kicks this program. I always have to change. Okay. Okay. Never allow the program. It always blocks it whenever I go to open it. Give me a sec. Okay. Alexa, connect Bluetooth, please.
Trees is be
Okay. Give me 1 second. Why is it not?
instant. Yes. It's person.
Okay, person. Okay.
Howling on who?
Give me a minute here.
In my correct. Russell.
Okay. Give me this device.
11. 12.
Yes.
Redemption track.
Give me 1 sec here.
Right. Or anyone she
I have to reset this up. Hang on.
golden with delight. Days of the
Alexa, connect Bluetooth.
Searching. The usual. Used for their get along.
Hang on.
Type from according to her leaves of.
I can't see anything you can. Check the device.
Close finds on
And make sure Bluetooth is turned on. To set up a new device, go to your Alexa app. Connect it to desktop.
5 p.m. Or at the sea.
Now that you're there, next time just say my phone.
Our legs, body is.
Okay.
of him. Blame the
Okay. I want to know who is bothering Kara when she's sleeping at night.
which we are definitely fine. And we suggest
Okay.
wind
To what?
not a push.
I have to resort to my spirit box now because my energy is just so depleted. And do you have a name?
Fear. It's not his.
It's not him. It's not his either.
Trespass. Must you no prescription? Side. Must grip. So that must. Because I'm brings out action as well.
I don't know who's connecting to you, but it's not him and it's not your mother.
The way so shall.
I don't know if you guys can hear that.
Plastic Empire. But even with library, adopt people.
There's a bunch of different energies coming through right now.
Was leaving. Oh, the redemption attack. With some.
I don't know who the energy is that's connecting to you, but it is somebody that
I don't know.
Sabrina, you don't come on here and start asking people on my live to message you.
Oh, what did?
That's how you get yourself blocked.
So same according ring of germ or no. Well, when in we this time you did.
Okay. I'm taking a break, you guys. Kara, get a hold of me privately.
I thought
We have too many people interacting in this energy, and I don't appreciate it. So I'm cutting this live stream down because that's not cool. So if you guys need to talk to me, you can contact me privately, and I will tell you.